everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here or if you happen to come across this video, hi, my name is Rana. I do random videos for fun, mostly about studying, productivity, and sometimes random vlogs with my friends and family. So as you can read from the title, today I will be sharing with you 10 essentials for accountancy students. Now, if you've been following me on my YouTube channel, you'll realize that I haven't posted a video for the last 2 Saturdays because I post videos every Saturdays, and that's because I got caught up with work and I used my Saturdays for me to rest and regain my energy because no one told me working can be this stressful. A little disclaimer, I don't really look my best right now. That's because I'm feeling under the weather. I feel like I'm about to be really sick. So I just wanna get this video over with and rest. So let's start. Okay guys, so I have 10 items here in my list, and the number 1 is the most debated: laptop versus iPad. Now, if you're rich enough, of course this shouldn't be a choice, get both. But if you're under budget and you only have the choice to buy one over the other, then I highly suggest that you invest in a laptop rather than an iPad. Because based on my experience in my time as an accountancy student, we have lots of research assignments, paperworks that require really the use of laptops. Also video editing, by the way, especially when back in online class where everything was online and we had to submit online videos for class. So yeah, I really suggest laptop over iPad, although I know how convenient having an iPad is, especially it's accessible for you to bring it anywhere in school. It's also nice when you can write down notes, but again, for me, laptop is still better and a better option rather than an iPad. Again, personal opinion. Next for me is the accountancy books. I always receive a lot of questions about where I buy my books, what books do I buy, and I have been repeating this over and over again. I buy most of my books in SHOPEE. To save most of your time watching me talk about it, I'm just gonna link my favorite SHOPEE shops where I buy all my accountancy books. And if you want to know what books you should buy, then you can just watch my accountancy Q&A videos. There's 2 videos, and in there I shared what books do you use for first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Everything is there, guys. And also guys, besides SHOPEE, there are sometimes books that are recommended to be bought in our university's bookstores. So sometimes I buy my books there. So I only buy it if it's required to be bought there, honestly, if I'm being honest, because books can be very expensive. I think the most expensive book that I bought was from Dayag. It was a thick A4 book, and it's worth 800 at that time. I wasn't the one who paid, by the way, it was my father. So next on my list is stationaries. If you're like me and if you love taking lots of notes, you're someone like me who invests a lot of time doing her notes, then this essential is for you: stationaries. And by stationaries, this also already includes pencils, pens, highlighters, sticky notes, index cards, name it all. They classified it under stationaries. So for highlighters, my favorite brand has always been Stabilo. I'm a Stabilo girl, true and true. So you can offer me Faber-Castell or any other brands, but I'm gonna say no. I rather invest in my Stabilo because my Stabilo highlighters has lasted and has taken me a long way during my undergrad years. I think I've never experimented with other highlighters before, and I could blab whole day about my love for highlighters, but you get the point. Stabilo highlighters, true and true. Next is my pens. I usually just use G-Tech pens or My Gel pens, and for My Gel I use the 0.4. I rarely use G-Tech, especially if I have to submit a handwritten essay and the presentation for that essay is graded, so I use my best pen, which is my G-Tech. But for my everyday pens, just the My Gel. My pens, guys, I actually like to use blue whenever I'm making notes or whenever I'm studying, because I read before, I think even back in my elementary years, that if you use blue, it will be easier for you to memorize things. And as I was still a little girl at the time, I believed everything that was told to me. So yeah, since then I've been using blue for my notes, but my teachers always tell us to use black ball pens. So of course, I use whatever is instructed of us. So if our teachers want us to use just black ball pens, of course I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm gonna use blue because blue is, no, I'm not that girl, okay? So use what you can. Also guys, I have this one teacher that doesn't like us when we use red ball pens whenever we check scores, and his explanation was it's discouraging to see a lot of red marks in your test paper, so he suggested for us to use like green, violet, or blue ball pens. And I really appreciated that teacher. He doesn't like red. It's discouraging. Still under stationery, sticky notes. I don't usually use sticky notes a lot, but I use it a lot during my LECPA review. And also times when I don't feel like writing notes, so I'm just gonna get sticky notes. And if whenever I'm reading the book and there's a concept that I found that I should be memorizing, or I know I should remember that, I'm gonna write it in the sticky notes and just stick it from that page, so that whenever I scan my book, if ever I did not make notes for that lesson, when I'm scanning, I just see the notes and there's written there the important concepts. So yeah, that's a good tip if you're too lazy to make notes. Just rely on sticky notes. And this one also, flashcards, because guys, it's nice to like paste something, notes on your walls, but you can't really bring them anywhere. So for example, you want to study out, go to a coffee shop, I think it's nice if you have notes on your flashcards, and then you can read there. You can bring it anywhere with you, read whenever you can, study whenever you can. As for pencils, it's always recommended for accountancy students to use Mongol 2 pencil. Even during LECPA, Mongol 2. I apologize for the noise, it's so noisy. And I have this special pen that I used back in my first year, guys. I haven't used it in my second, third, fourth year. I only use it during my first year. It's this pen. I'm just gonna insert a picture because I forgot the name. But it's a pen where you can erase it. I have this teacher and he doesn't really, and he insists that we use pens only when doing our ledgers, our work papers. Of course, I'm human. I make a lot of typos and mistakes, so I would really want to use like correction tape or white ink to erase it off, but he's a really strict teacher and he insists that we practice not making a lot of mistakes, because in the real world you don't really get to make a lot of mistakes, whatever. And then I discovered that pen, and since then I've been using it, and I don't think he realizes. That's a simple hack that you can use if you have that kind of teacher. Next on my list, fourth, is the online subscriptions. Now, this might be a little costly, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm lucky enough that our university offers us some free subscriptions, and for example, in Canva, we have like a free premium for Canva. I suggest you invest in online subscriptions like these, because it would really help you amplify your works whenever you have art projects, because accountancy isn't just numbers, guys. You also have your minor subjects, and these minor subjects could demand more from you. I also invested in Filmora during my undergrad years, again because I was one of the online students back in my second year, and we have a lot of video projects. So of course I had to invest in editing tools because I'm extra like that, even though I can just use CapCut. Also Grammarly, guys. I invested in Grammarly. I cannot remember everything, but yeah, this should not be your priority because it's costly. No one is forcing you to invest anything. It's just something that I found late in my undergrad years. I think I started online subscriptions, especially for Grammarly, only during when we did our research paper. So I was already in my fourth year. Next, guys, your favorite calculators. So I have used a lot of calculators in my life. As an accountancy student. During my first year, guys, it has always been my goal that whatever calculator I will use during my first year, I will use that until I take the boards, if ever I finish accountancy. During that time, it was my mindset, because I'm a little sentimental, so I would like to know this calculator has gone through a lot with me. I would love to use it during my LECPA, but that is not reality, guys, because for some reason, whenever the semester ends, my calculator gets broken. I tried everything, like putting it hours and hours under the sun because it's solar charging. I check also with the batteries, but for some reason I have a new calculator every semester because no calculator stays with me for a really long time. For out of all the calculators that I have used in my life as an accountancy student and And now as a CPA, I really favor AX120 ST. It's this calculator that you can like tilt the screen. But I actually invested that for my LECPA already. But during my undergrad, I only used these calculators. I'm gonna probably show a picture of my calculators or a video of the calculators that I've used. And the longest calculator that I've used, besides the one that I have now, which is the AX120, is the MX12B. It's a pink calculator because I like the pink calculator. Next is a backpack. This is a really funny story for me. I mean, not that funny where you will laugh your heart out, but during my junior high school, I was really looking forward to going to senior high school because I see students bringing just a handbag, a shoulder bag, very cutesy. But when I went to senior high, that wasn't the case. I was bringing bigger bag than my junior high. So I was like, in college, I'm gonna have this really ladies bag, shoulder bag, and I'm gonna carry like a laptop, and I'm gonna really look like a university girl with my shoulder bag and my laptop. But then I went to college and that is not what happened. I had now a bigger backpack than my senior high backpack. And now that I'm working, to be honest, I don't have a shoulder bag, I have a backpack because I bring my laptop every day for work. So one important tip that I could suggest with you guys is to invest in a very durable backpack or any bag that has a laptop compartment that could fit a lot of your books, that could fit your water bottle, whatever, that would last you years, so that you don't have to keep buying a backpack every year unless you're rich enough to do so. But next is ledgers, journals. This isn't something I would really recommend you should buy before coming to school. Please, oh my gosh, please don't buy ledgers, journals unless it is something that has been recommended by your teachers, because they may be requesting or requiring something specific. Like for example, you should buy 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns. Ledgers, journals, ledger sheets, yellow pads. Don't bring it or don't buy it unless your teacher tells you to do so, because this is one mistake that I had. I bought a lot of journal sheets, but it turns out my teacher at the time during my first year requested a journal notebook. So I have all these sheets and I don't have a notebook that was actually required. So I end up not using those sheets, and I only use them for scratch, which is not really the best investment. Next on my list is headphones. Now, this isn't, I don't know if this is an essential, but personally, this is an essential for me, because if you're someone like me and you like to study anywhere you can, I can just pop up on headphones, play some white noise, and then I can focus. And also, I live with a lot of people in the house. I have a very noisy sibling. I think it's better to study within headphones, play some good lo-fi music, white noise. That actually really helps me study a lot. But I also know people who doesn't really like to listen to anything while studying, and that's you. But I also have my preference. That's why I invested in a lot of headphones. I don't really like AirPods, although I have one, but I invested in a lot of headphones. By the way guys, all my headphones I bought from SHOPEE only. I prefer the JBL headphones. I think I bought it around 300. Yeah, and it lasted me years, so don't underestimate the power of SHOPEE. My 9th tip is investing in a study timer. So actually, I have videos where I recommend study and productivity websites that would enhance your study sessions. I have a lot of video. I'm gonna pop everything, show you everything. So I have a lot of videos where you can study with a timer, you can study with friends, you can study as if you're in Japan, in Paris, on a night drive, in a cafe. Everything is there. But one of the best purchases I had during my LECPA already, but you can use it during my accountancy, is investing in a study timer. So it's a study timer when you can just press it and it will start the time, and then you can pause it so that it will pause the time temporarily. You could also use it for Pomodoro. You can use it for as a stopwatch. For example, you only want to study for 30 minutes. It has proven to be very helpful for me, because instead of using my laptop, my phone to keep track of the time, to set my Pomodoro timers, I instead invested in a study timer that I can physically hold and I can physically control, so that I would spend less time on screen. Because I don't know if you notice, guys, but I have a really bad eyesight. I have like a negative 400. Yeah, I'm legally blind. Oh, the last one, guys, is study table or your study area. I have a video where I showed you a makeover, a study desk makeover, because during my online class era, I had this study slump and I really dreaded the fact that I have to go to my desk and study. Like, just looking at my desk, I already lose the motivation to even open a book or even just look at my notes. I really hated studying. So I decided I make my desk at least aesthetically pleasing, or at least make it so inviting that I would be motivated enough to sit down, use everything that I have placed in my study table and study. Because I always say this in my study vlogs, a clean space equals a clear mind. And when your mind is clear, you have this like urge or like peace in yourself that, yeah, I can study now, I have peace. So I think one should invest in a study table. You don't have to spend a lot. I bought everything from my study table on SHOPEE again. But I think one of the essentials is investing in a really good study lamp. I have a study lamp right now that I'm using to film, and this study lamp has been with me since senior high. Also, it would be nice to invest in like organizers, so you can put your highlighters, your pens, paper clips, sticky notes, whatever, and mouse pad. So you can watch my study desk video, guys. I'm really proud of that video because after that video, I felt not only motivated to study, but motivated to film my YouTube study with me's, because I also do study with me videos where I vlog my study sessions. So yeah, I think one of the reasons why I really like studying is because I really have a nice study area back in my undergrad years. So whenever I go home, I look at my table, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to study because I want to use everything. So yeah, I think that's really a good tip, investing in a study table or a study area, a study space. So I think, guys, that's it for now. I feel like I'm really about to pass out because I feel really tired and my head is aching and I'm about to lose my voice. But I hope that you've learned something from this video. It's just a quick video, and the only reason I'm filming this video is because when I asked a poll in my Instagram channel if you want to join there, we do daily Q&As, by the way. I made a poll and the majority wants me to film an accountancy essential. I really wanted the LECPA diaries to win because I still have to post my LECPA experience, but I think people don't want to see my struggles during LECPA and they just want to see videos like this where I just blab and talk about random things. Anyways, to recall, here are the some 10 essential things for accountancy students, at least for me, what has been essential for me, what has been very useful for me that I believe it would also be useful to you guys who are entering accountancy or who are studying accountancy. First is laptop or iPad, books, stationery, online subscriptions, calculators, backpacks, ledgers, journals, papers, any papers, headphones, study timers, and study table. Oh, I forgot to include, for online subscriptions, I think YouTube is free. So if you're struggling with anything, with any lessons, you can just tune in to a lot of YouTube accounting channels, and I am also going to link that in the description below. And before I leave you guys to buy these things already, first of all, I really want to thank you for your time, for subscribing on my YouTube. In case you haven't realized, we are 6K subscribers. Oh my gosh, I feel really happy, and I don't know if I even deserve those numbers because I don't even post consistently on YouTube anymore as much as I did back when I was still studying, because I'm so busy at work and it's stressful a lot, and sometimes I really just like to rot in bed and rest because like right now I don't feel so good. But thank you so much for 6K subscribers. It really makes me want to put out more videos in the future. So thank you guys. If you're new here, if you've been with me since my accountancy student days, if you're with me since the very first lockdown vlogs that I did, thank you so much. And I I really wish you all that you survive accountancy, and if you choose a different path, congrats still to you. And if you're about to take LECPA, I really wish you'll become CPAs. And if you're accountancy students, I really wish that you survive everything. And I'm really happy and proud of all of you. And oh my gosh, you guys are healing a part of me, and you have no idea. So thank you so much. Also guys, another suggestion, accountancy boyfriend.